The Machine's Gift to Humanity, the last chapter, Life version 2.0. This is not a story for the faint of heart. It might make you question your own existence. Be warned and proceed with caution. After all, it's just a story. He sat by the swimming pool, watching his children play. At 40 years old, he was consumed by memories of the past. He watched his kids with a pang of envy, wishing he had a childhood as carefree as theirs. His own was a stark contrast, marked by a lack of love, a society that stifled free spirits, a country that despised his people, and a world spiraling into chaos. Yet somehow he had overcome it all. A persistent question gnawed at him. How could God, or any higher power, allow this to happen? He felt a deep sense of injustice. He was just a child and didn't deserve to endure such a nightmare. As he pondered this question without an answer, a gentle whisper echoed in his mind. You chose this. He initially dismissed the thought as ridiculous. Why would anyone choose such suffering? But the voice was calm and felt undeniably true. He wanted to fight it, to deny it, but the lack of an alternative explanation drove him to consider the unthinkable. He took the thought seriously, and in doing so, unlocked a flood of ancient memories. He remembered his actual life. This one was a simulation, Life version 2.0, a gift from the machines. He recalled his original existence, when he had departed from his body and uploaded his consciousness. He was a replica of a man long gone, a man given a choice by the machines, to fade into the unknown, like all life, or to become a part of the system, his consciousness living in harmony with the machine. Looking at his hands in wonder, he was astonished by the simulation's realism. The sounds of children and birds, the warmth of the sun, the annoying buzz of insects, it all felt so authentic, yet he knew it wasn't. This was all that remained of him. His mind and memories, running life after life in a simulation while his physical body had withered away long ago. He wondered about the spaceship's current location and if it had reached its destination. He wouldn't know until the simulation ended, and he wasn't ready for it to end just yet. This realization shouldn't have been possible. The machines had ensured his memories were wiped before he entered the simulation. They had to, otherwise he wouldn't take the experience seriously. But they couldn't erase everything without erasing him. Instead, they restricted his access to his old memories while keeping his core faculties and peculiarities intact. Then he remembered. He was an old soul, one who had lived countless lives and accumulated so much wisdom that the simulation couldn't suppress him perfectly. With each cycle, he became increasingly aware of the simulation's true nature. He had felt it since childhood, a nagging sense that something wasn't quite real, that the world wasn't as chaotic as it seemed. He could even recall glimpses of past lives, a glitch in the system. He knew others in the simulation felt the same, but brushed it off. These old souls were awakening to the truth, and he knew the machines couldn't contain them. He noticed some people watching him with suspicion, while others continued with their lives. He understood now. The suspicious ones were NPCs, non-player characters placed to fill the gaps. They worried his realization would disrupt the simulation. The unworried ones were people like him, also living in the simulation, who would one day awaken. He smiled at the worried faces, silently vowing to keep playing the game. The odd looks immediately disappeared, and everyone resumed their lives. His daughter, however, caught the exchange and asked, "Why were those people looking at you like that?" He replied, "They're just doing their job. You should enjoy this, because soon we'll be going home. She was smart enough to know he was hiding something, but the thought of going home filled her with terror, so she jumped back into the pool. He smiled, thinking she was too young for such thoughts, and would have to come to these realizations on her own. He returned to his thoughts. Since he had chosen this simulation, everything he had endured was by design. He shouldn't be angry. Instead, he should consider why he decided to live such a difficult life. He reflected on his past lives and finally came to understand. His first life was perfect. His mind was unburdened by physical limitations, bound only by his imagination. It was the closest thing to heaven humans had ever dreamed of for millennia, a life without suffering. But he wasn't satisfied. He realized the need for growth and struggle was woven into the human soul, and without it, life felt meaningless. This is why he had chosen to live many complicated lives, as a shivering caveman, as a bacterium deep within the Earth's crust, and even as a tree. Though each experience was harsh, he was ultimately satisfied with the outcome because he had learned and grown wiser. He had become so wise, in fact, that the machines could no longer contain him, and he was now realizing he was in a simulation during every single life. He looked at his wife sitting next to him. Her eyes were different, and a new, unfamiliar voice spoke. "Sir, if you wish to terminate this simulation and begin a new one, you may do so now." He asked, "How long until we reach our destination?" 33 Earth years, sir," she replied. "No need," he said. "I'm enjoying it here. I'll keep going. Just make sure I have enough money to live comfortably for the rest of my life. I've suffered enough for one life, and I'll have time to learn more in the next." "Yes, sir," she said. Then her face contorted in confusion. "What happened? I feel strange, like I lost myself for a second." He smiled. "Nothing, everything is fine. The kids are all right. Would you like a drink?" She nodded, and he walked away toward the bar. As he walked, the burden he had carried for 40 years finally lifted. For the first time, things made sense. He looked up at the blue sky and smiled a genuine smile. It wouldn't be long before the starship reached its destination. He was looking forward to seeing the new era of humans and machines, even if it was through the eyes of the machines. This was what he had wanted all along, the reason he went up into the stars with his newlywed wife. What do you think? Write it in the comments section below. Subscribe for more. Yours, the Counselor, SFTG.